Touchdown, Tennessee scores!
Yeah, the sun's burning fog off the Tennessee. The Vawl Navy's making waves and it's orange they bleed. Vawl Nation's tailgating and they're raring to go. Yeah, when Nealon gets to rocking, it's a hell of a show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Vawls Deep Podcast, episode 29 in progress. Have Spanky and Spur with me tonight. Corbin is sick with the flu.
Poor guy.
Thank God. So everybody,
hey, get better, Corbin.
He should be tuning in though. We should have him in the comments. Coming to you live tonight from the Vawl Cave. We're live on both Facebook pages and YouTube. Share this out for us. Give us some likes if you don't care. Make sure you comment. We like to interact with everybody. Thank you all for listening and all of your support. If you can't catch the full show tonight, it will be uploaded on all podcast platforms after it airs live.
And those of you that's asked, we're working on getting our calling system done, so we might be able to take some calls in a few weeks.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun. Going to have a ton to talk about, especially regarding this Tennessee football team. Transfer portal is
in full swing.
Insane right now. We have a lot to talk about with the portal and NIL. We're also going to talk about some Tennessee basketball, both men and women, of course. Women still struggling a little bit. We don't have any results from our pick'ems because we're doing the Bowl Mania. Every single college football game we're going to predict. Spur, let them know again how to play along with us.
You can go to the Vawls Deep Podcast Facebook page. All the games are listed on there. So you got to select the winner of each game. We're going to take the person who picks the most winners, including the national champion. Tiebreaker will be the total points scored in the national championship game. And the winner's going to receive a pretty good prize, Luke.
Yeah, we're going to give away some gift cards and some baseball cards, football cards, decals. So it should be good.
We'll do our weekly pick'ems again this week, correct?
Yeah, we're going to do NFL, just NFL tonight. But yeah, check out the Vawls Deep Facebook page and get in there and pick your pick'ems.
And just so you know, the deadline to enter your pick will be the 16th. So once that first game starts, we're not going to take any more picks.
Yeah,
so
3 more days, people.
Get them in before Saturday. Bowl season's here, Spank.
I know. It's crazy, ain't it?
Corbin is in first place. Spanky is in second place. He passed me last week.
Booyah.
I'm in third place. Spurs in fourth place. We're all super close. I think Corbin's up by 3, and then we're all like a one.
So you're
game
telling
difference.
me is since Corbin's not here to make his picks tonight, that by default, I moved first place.
So you're saying Corbin's going to be 0-10 tonight?
I think that's what he should be. He ain't here.
We'll get Corbin's picks in for sure.
Oh man, I hear a loud typing noise from Lansing, Tennessee right now.
Miranda says no one's wearing anything Vawl.
He's got an old 10 shirt on.
Got an old 10 shirt on. The camera's not picking it up though.
Look, in this weather here, you get what you can to get warm.
I come straight from work, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to stop by the house to get anything today.
Miranda says, Spanky, it does not work that way.
Yeah, it does.
We have start bench cut for you tonight. We're going to have the duel as well. Corbin was champion, right?
No, he was not. I'm the champ.
I thought he was champ.
Nope.
He didn't win?
No,
he ain't won in weeks.
Well, I guess he's not going to be a winner this week either.
That's why he's about to have a blue Christmas.
It's going to be listener voted, so stick around for the duel. It's always very entertaining.
We actually get to have a duel this week.
It's me and you. This is going to be a fun one, too.
Yeah, usually it's a 3-person duel. So
Look, you want to tell you how fun this is going to be? I ain't even looked at the notes whatsoever.
Really? That doesn't surprise me any.
Whatsoever.
You don't ever look at the notes. Come prepared, Spank.
I like to do things off the cuff. Original.
I should
I
win
like
by
to be
default.
surprised just like the viewers at home.
She'll win by default just because of that.
Jordan Phillips says, who's looking ahead to that road trip to Norman next year?
I've already booked a hotel.
Yeah, he's already booked hotels. We're ready to go. We're going to go over the schedule, too. I forgot to mention that. It just got released at 7 o'clock, so we'll hit the schedule, too. So stick around for the duel later. Who will win the championship belt tonight? We'll be right back. Share this out for your friends, and let's have a good time tonight. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Vawl Daddy. I want to give a big shout-out to the Fairview Union. great musicians, local people. Chad's from my hometown. They were gracious enough to let us use their music for our podcast. Make sure you check them out. They're huge Tennessee fans. You won't be disappointed. Let's hear them play.
Man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back. It's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, stand proud. Send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact. The big orange is back on track. Coach Hyper, where you at? Getting it done, having fun. Power team #1. Y'all better get used to the fact. The big orange is back.
All right, welcome back to episode 29 of the Vawls Deep Podcast. We're live on Facebook and YouTube.
We're about to turn dirty 30, ain't we?
Yeah, we're
Episode
getting
30's
there.
next week.
Dirty 30,
We
baby.
are getting there. We're about to hit the recap this week. We appreciate the likes and comments and shares so far. Keep them rolling in for us. We truly appreciate it. Let's start with Tennessee football. Let's start with the bad or maybe not so bad, depending on your stance on it. Let's start with, I guess, Warren Burrell, cornerback. He is committed to Georgia Tech.
Good luck to him.
Yep, let him. Look,
You know, it sucks because he's got a lot of experience, and especially at the defensive back position. But he's a graduate, and he's earned his degree at Tennessee, and now he's moved on, going to get a second degree at Georgia Tech. So I wish him the best of luck.
Yeah, had big. I mean, I'd say 2 years ago he was probably our best cornerback on the team. Well, last year probably last year's team. Especially got hurt at the Pitt game, then never really done anything this week. Offensive lineman Mo Clipper has already announced he's going to enter the transfer portal.
Good luck to him.
Don't know much about him. Didn't really see anything of him, but good luck.
I don't even know why we call it transfer portal nowadays. I think it's just basically NCAA free agency at this point. Like, guys are just going to see like what's out there playing time wise, either academic wise or the elephant in the room. I think we all know what they're really looking for out there. But
Well, some of these
and you can contribute by the volunteer club, people.
some of these players, like let's just say Mo Clipper here, who's probably not going to see the field at Tennessee, and he knows the writings on the wall. This will give him an opportunity to go to a smaller school, maybe a non-Power 5 school that will allow him to get on the field some and earn some playing time. And bottom line, it's all about getting that scholarship for him and some life experiences. So I have no problems with that happening.
Safety Jack Luttrell has also entered the transfer portal. He was a true freshman. I think he was a 3-star, but he was highly thought of coming in. Best of luck to him as well.
Good luck to him.
Offensive lineman Addison Nichols. We've had him on the podcast before. He has entered the transfer portal as well.
Yeah, that's not good. He was a highly touted offensive lineman coming in this year, so can't replace those too often.
Yeah, this one sucks because just so much potential there, but he hasn't really seen much of the field, so you can't really blame him. Offensive lineman Connor Meadows has also entered the portal. That's another one we haven't really learned anything about. One that's kind of surprising is defensive end Tyler Barron.
Is it surprising or is it not? Because I believe we done this at the end of last season as well.
It was after the Music City Bowl.
Yeah, and decided to come back. And, just because these players are entering the transfer portal
Don't mean they're gone.
doesn't mean they're completely gone. They're just
I think
weighing
he's
their
gone.
options. I think he's going to.
I think he's gone. Not going to trash him, but I've talked to a few people, and apparently nobody is missing his presence. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but
We'll just leave it at that.
we'll leave it at that. Defensive back Danico Slaughter has entered the portal.
I think of all the players you named, this one probably hurts us the worst.
I like Danico.
I like Nico a lot, and I wish him well if he moves on. But I'd like to see him change his mind.
Yeah, I would too. That hit against Kentucky last year was my favorite. One of my favorite plays of the last few years. Defensive back Deshaun Rutker has entered the portal as well.
You're going to catch a pattern here because we got another defensive back.
Yeah, this one really sucks too. Tamarian McDonald, one of my favorite players, probably on the defense.
Absolutely, he started several games, and we're about to see some young players. That's for sure.
Yeah, any of these names really worry you?
They all worry me, and how could it not? But we talked about it a little bit last week. We got a full signing class coming in, and then who knows what we're going to pick up in the transfer portal ourselves, we had to limit ourselves to 83 players next year. So it makes me question how many of these are player personal decisions, or is it more of a coaching decision saying, hey, listen, guys, y'all might want to consider finding y'all a new home.
You want to hop in the portal.
We may not have a place for you next year, so we're giving you this time to figure that out on your own. And we'll never know the answers to most of those, but I'm sure it's a mixture of both.
Right. The coaches are definitely choosing who they want to be to be there, and they're probably just letting the players know that they might have a better opportunity, getting in the portal and going somewhere else.
And the bottom line is, I see a lot of keyboard warriors go on there and make negative comments toward these 18 to 24-year-old kids. Basically, they're kids. They're adults, but they're just now starting their adult life. Go in there and try to tell them how to run their lives. Listen, they're putting the pads on and putting their lives on their bodies on the line for us week in and week out. We don't know what's going on in those locker rooms or in their personal situations. So I can never fault someone for wanting to put themselves in a better situation for themselves personally. And I hear it all the time. Well, they signed a dotted line to play at Tennessee, so they need to stay for 4 years. Well, I hate to break it to anybody that doesn't know this, but a scholarship's only good for 1 year. Tennessee isn't guaranteed to give them a scholarship every single year. So if they can be cut at any time, then maybe these kids can go on somewhere else and get a different scholarship. Does that make sense to you?
It makes a lot of sense to me, and most of them people that want to throw out the narrative of, they signed on dotted line. They need to be committed to Tennessee. Well, sometimes them people, they sign things on dotted lines, and, they end up either divorced and then new job and all that stuff. So what about that dotted line? But I guess they don't want to talk about that one, do they?
We hear this VFL card be taken away all the time. But, again, let's just use Warren Burrell's situation. He's graduated from UT. He's been here for 4 years. He's done all he can do. Mm-hmm. He's probably going for a master's at Georgia Tech or maybe they offer a program that we don't at Tennessee. And
that's a good school to graduate from.
It absolutely is. So, will he make it to the NFL? Most likely not. So he's trying to set himself up for his next chapter in life. Can't fault him for that.
Let's go over some positive news now.
Sorry, I went on a rant there.
You're good. You're good.
You stand on that shoebox proudly, Spur.
Some of this we are going to repeat from last week, but it's still players that have announced they're going to come back. Tennessee offensive lineman John Campbell is going to come back next season, which is huge for the offensive line.
Absolutely huge. And when the news, the not so news, but kind of news with Cooper Mays, that shores up the offensive line right there with two returning starters already.
And also Tennessee linebacker Keenan Peely has announced he's going to return for 2024, which is
I can't
massive.
wait to see him on the field for a full season.
It's massive. He was the play caller this year before he got hurt.
He's an NFL style or linebacker. He'll be drafted somewhere where he gets to play full season.
Yeah, as long as if he can stay healthy, then they're going to be all over him. Offensive lineman Gerald Mincy will return for another season on Rocky Top.
It's another good offensive lineman, so that's 3.
And then Dylan Sampson announced. Well, he didn't really announce. He just posted a graphic that pretty much that said it all. He's gonna help, but Dylan Sampson will be back next season.
So all this talk about Dylan Sampson leaving and all this, it's just rumors, folks. Let these players make their own decisions. I'm tickled to death to see Dylan Sampson back because our running back group is going to be deep again.
Agreed. What other names do you expect or want to return next season?
Well, that's a tough one. The main one for me is I'd love to see Brew come back.
Yeah.
I want to see a Cooper Mays announcement. I know he's going to do it, but I want the announcement. And Brew, obviously, he's the offensive leader. I want to see Dante Thornton come back.
That was the next one.
I think that is. And then I'm kind of just wishful thinking, but Jalen Wright.
Jalen Wright, that's the next.
That would be huge, but I think if NFL offers a little bit of money, I think once he gets them draft grades back and all that stuff, I don't know. Maybe NIL can keep him here somehow.
But if not, then we're going to go into the portal and we're going to fill in these holes and get some more experience, and we're going to be just fine. I like where our roster's at right now. We've lost less players to the portal than several other SEC teams, so there's some teams that's going to struggle.
Some teams are hurting.
And some teams just don't know yet because they're playing in big ball games.
yeah.
We won't know what Georgia's going to lose, or well, maybe not Georgia. They're not in the playoffs. Whoops.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they've got a couple linemen that's in there.
Yeah,
I think one was even a was it All SEC or something?
Yeah, highly touted, and rumors of him maybe coming to Rocky Top.
I hope so. Let's hit the comment section real quick. Miranda says sometimes it's easier to coach fresh players and groom them into the team we need and want. And she says you got that right, Justin Sparlin.
And-
Yeah, Miranda's right because
And these seniors that's leaving are not Josh Heupel recruits.
right.
I did see somewhere where Georgia might be about to pick up a big time running back out of the transfer portal. ETN out of Florida.
Out of Florida. I was not happy when I seen that.
No, I wouldn't be happy about that either.
Wesley Big says he's so glad that Sampson is coming back.
Absolutely, Wesley.
Randy Swint says Luke put a hat on. Why?
Not everybody can handle the hair.
They can't
He
handle
did tell me to put a hat on.
They can't handle the hair. Let's get into some Tennessee basketball. They beat Illinois over the weekend in a top 20
Good win.
matchup.
Big time program.
With a final score of 86-79.
Man.
Thoughts on this game?
When Tennessee plays their style, it's fun to watch. It was a hard-fought top 20 game against a tough Illinois team. Illinois had been on a roll coming in, so they had only lost one. Vescovi Santi, he finally looked like himself in that game. Had a big smile on his face. Did you see that assist he made underneath the basket?
I did.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I come out of my seat and yelled. I mean, it was awesome. He made some 3-pointers. You know, if this team could gel, they're going to be very hard to beat. They're back in the top 10 or 12, depending on which poll you look at. So, good things ahead.
Yeah, and I think watching it on TV, I think the environment at Thompson Bowling was electric on Saturday. Like, it seems like the crowd was into it all the time, and everybody was into it. And it's exciting to see. I hate how you can't get it every game, but it was pretty good to see.
Tennessee men played Georgia Southern last night. They won 74-56. Bad second half, but they got it done.
Yeah, they won the game in the first half, and it's hard to be motivated when you're up by. How much was he up at halftime? About 35?
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
They'd already covered the spread.
how do you come out in the second half up by 35 and just keep pouring it on to a team like Georgia Southern? You know, they emptied their bench, and a lot of players or a lot of people got to play in the game, so I'm okay with it.
Sometimes in them games, them are learning games.
Absolutely.
When you get ahead early, you develop your youth that way. You develop your bench, try to get them some minutes, and try to see if they can finish the game. Like I know, like Luke said, it wasn't pretty, but you got to teach them young players in that game. A game you've already got won. That hey, go out there and finish. Go out there and finish strong. And sometimes they ain't going to finish strong, but you got to take them chances. You can't just you're not finishing strong, pull them out. Like they got to learn.
And Rick Barnes could use it as a teaching stone. Georgia Southern outscored Tennessee in the second half, so he could say, "Listen, any team on any given night could beat you. So just because they're less talented, they still outscored Tennessee in the second half."
100% agree with you there. It's just, you got to use every moment you can as teaching moment if you're Rick Barnes right now. Tennessee's next game will be against NC State this Saturday in San Antonio, Texas.
Wolfpack.
Is there a tournament down there? Or
I was curious of the same thing.
I meant to look it up. The
did
game will
too.
be at 10 p.m., and it will air on ESPN2. The Lady Vols, they continue to struggle, it seems. MTSU beat them while we were on the air last week.
Oh, my goodness.
And they pull off a close win versus Eastern Kentucky on Sunday, 72-63.
That was a much-needed win against EKU. And normally I just kind of scoff at beating EKU by 9. However, Eastern Kentucky was 8-1 coming into that game. Lady Vols get Rakia Jackson back soon. That's what she put on her Twitter today is soon, and a picture of herself. I had a personal conversation Monday night with Coach Harper. She was at Vawl calls, and I happened to go and meet and talk to her. She told me she doesn't look at social media, so all this negativity surrounding her, she's not paying any attention to that. But knows there's some pressure on them to get better. They're on a 9-day break right now before their next game. They got some finals and some things going on, Christmas. Getting healthy will be vital for this team heading into conference play. So it's kind of the same way they started last year.
Exactly. It's exactly
started
the
very
same.
slow, and they ended up in the SEC championship game and a Sweet 16 appearance. So
Yeah, they had a rough schedule last year too, starting out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Long as they finish strong. March is when it. That's whenever it all.
Basketball's a tournament sport, people. Like your regular season determines how hard you got to work in that tournament.
and I'll tell you something. say what you want. These coaches, make millions of dollars and whatever. But Coach Harper Monday night for Vawl calls walked over and stood and talked to us for 10 to 15 minutes at our table. She didn't have to do that, She approached us and come to speak with us. So that was really nice to see. It's the first time I'd met her. My girlfriend, Jess, knows her pretty well. But you don't get that in a lot of places, and tickled me to death.
Is Jess even a Lady Vols fan?
Slightly. She's been to a game or two or 1,000.
Lady Vols' next game will be against Wofford on December the 19th at Thompson Bowen Array Thompson Bowen Arena with
Array.
Array.
Is that Lady Terriers or just Terriers?
That's Food City Center at 6:30. Hit the comments real quick. Justin Matthew, he says, "Listen, I trust our coaches. I'm sure they have a plan. He says, man, we have a good basketball team. We was gonna get going. Thompson Bowen Arena was rocking, and he says Rick was furious about the second half."
Wesley Biggs says it's a Hall of Fame series in San Antonio.
Okay,
the Lady
cool.
Vols are playing in, so that's good to know.
Yeah, I was curious why it was there, but I never did. I never did look it up.
And while we're talking about it, I want to mention that I always talk about the Knoxville Ice Bears, and we have 2 games coming up this weekend. Oh, wait, no, we don't.
I was going to go, too.
Because the ice plant at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum has broken on us, and we don't have any ice to play on. So both Friday
You
and
go to the
Saturday.
gas station.
Yeah, both Friday and Saturday night's games at the Coliseum have been postponed until a later date. It also postpones the annual Kevin Swider Christmas Classic that they raise money for Children's Hospital with some youth hockey games. So everything at the Coliseum this weekend is postponed.
So I do have a question. So how do y'all make that ice floor? Do you?
Spanky, I'll explain it to you when we're not on the air because it's going to take me a few
We ain't
minutes.
got no crayons laying around, Spanky.
Well, I'm just curious, how they.
In general, you
Yeah.
take a water hose and you spray it on the concrete and you freeze it. There's piping up underneath the concrete
Is
that
it
gets
flat
really
too?
cold. It's as flat as the earth.
Okay.
J.R. Miller says he's just here for the spank.
That's right. Everybody is.
Well.
That's why everybody's on. I appreciate you, Jr.
What's up, JR? Thanks for tuning in, man. Robin Shelton says, go Gators. Hey, we're going to talk about Tennessee's schedule. Will you pull up Florida's schedule? One of you.
Yeah, well, yeah, it ain't pretty.
Hey, I seen Florida Gators bowl T-shirt. Did you see that?
I did see the bold T-shirt.
That's really nice.
I pre-ordered mine.
I've got several in my drawer already, just like it.
Did you get the code on that, Robin? I sent you the pre-sale code on that.
You can get it in Hanes, Fruit of the Loom, whatever kind of T-shirt you want. Gideon. I'm sure they probably even sell them at the dollar store here in town.
Miranda says, well, it definitely has to be under 32 degrees Fahrenheit, Spanky.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
It is a big process. There's a big chiller that's located in a separate room, and they basically run cold, freezing water into these pipes up underneath the floor, and it's a long series. And then you freeze one layer, then you put another layer down. You paint that layer, then you put another layer down until it's thick enough to.
So then,
actually
like,
play
if
on.
they're having different events there, they just put the ice in a separate little room, don't they?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
I didn't know.
Daniel Shelton
explain
said, did Spanky just ask how you make ice?
He did.
The floor.
That's exactly what he
Floor.
asked.
Justin Matthews says he has the wife beater edition of the Florida Gators Bowl shirt.
Well, here's their schedule. Are we ready for this, everybody? So first, they're going to play the University of Miami.
This is Florida's schedule.
Then they're going to play Samford.
That's the only easy game on their schedule.
Then they got Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go to Mississippi State. Then they play UCF. Then they play at Tennessee versus Kentucky. Then Georgia. At Texas. Then LSU, Ole Miss, and then at Florida State.
I got them at 2 and
tough.
10.
It's tough.
2 and 10, Robin. Get ready for it.
They're definitely not making.
Who's the two?
I gave them Sanford and Kentucky just because I hate
Oh,
Kentucky
man.
too.
It's tough. That's
Oh
a tough
God,
schedule.
that is pretty
It's a
brutal.
gauntlet, especially to get Sanford right there at the.
And Sanford's not usually a slouch.
No,
I
they're-
wonder
no,
if
they're
Billy
not bad.
makes it to Neyland.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, because UCF,
I'm just glad he's not been fired for this year because I want to see him go through that.
that's not pretty.
Well, see, they're smart because look, this is what they're doing. They know how hard the schedule is, so they're going to keep him around. Because why would you bring in a coach year one to have that schedule? Like if you're gonna if you know your schedule's gonna suck like it is, you might as well keep the same coach, and then after the next season, then you get rid of him.
Let's hit Tennessee's schedule real quick, then we'll hit a commercial. So just got released today, probably around 7:30. Game 1, they play Chattanooga in Neyland. Should be a win there.
Should be a blowout, sellout game.
And then the next week on the 7th, they play NC State at Charlotte. I'm guessing, would that be like the Panthers?
It is at the Panther
Okay.
Stadium, yeah.
So that'll be pretty cool.
We going to that?
Short, yeah, might as well. That'll be a
right.
short trip. And then the next week on the 14th, Kent State comes to Neyland.
And that's a good first 3 games. You get 2 teams that should be fairly easy wins, and then I guess you'd say a mid to upper level ACC team in a neutral site. So I mean that's a good start for Tennessee. I like it.
Oh yeah, you're definitely 3-0 right there, in my opinion. NC State though, they can be tough. And then we go to Oklahoma on the 21st.
Bama Summer.
It couldn't set up better. It really couldn't right there.
And Josh Heupel returns to
I bet Jim Ross will be in
Playing days.
attendance.
probably.
I bet he will. I bet they're going to play. Yeah.
Bama
Wagon
Summer.
coming out, yeah.
Bama Summer, yeah.
Okay, and then Tennessee hits a bye, and Tennessee's going to have two bye weeks, and they're going to hit a bye before we travel to Arkansas on the 5th of October.
That means there's 3 straight weeks there where Tennessee's not at home.
So wait, they got 2 bye weeks?
They do have 2 bye weeks.
Why? Like, could they not?
I'm not sure. When's the last time we had 2 bye weeks? I know I've seen a schedule with 2
is the
before,
season
but
longer? Is it a week longer? Or?
I'm not sure.
Could they not have found somebody?
No, I've seen teams with 2, but I'm just curious if more people's getting it because of like the 12 team playoff or that platform is different. Maybe
I bet that could be it.
I'm not sure. Does Florida have 2 bye weeks?
It didn't say on their thing that they had a bye week, but some graphics are made not to show a bye week.
But Arkansas, we should handle them, in my opinion. They don't have a lot coming back. And then on the 12th, we got Florida coming to Neyland, which I love personally because we've said, and I've said my entire life that we play Florida way too early in the season. Searching for bye weeks.
Looks like yeah. Arkansas has 2 bye weeks.
Okay.
Several teams have 2 bye weeks. So yeah.
Okay,
So it must be
the new normal.
Must be a new format then. But I like where ours fall into place. Like I said, y'all want to say anything about Florida in Neyland mid-season?
I think it could be a good thing. I'd like it to
I
be
like it.
later on in the year because I remember a couple years ago I went to the game and it was in December. And I think that game, it's supposed to be for the SEC East. So I think if it be in December, you never know. One day it could go back to that.
I'm excited.
I love
It's
it right there.
revenge game again, but.
And the Gators don't like cold weather.
And according to the 25 format, from what they showed a couple months ago, we won't play Florida in 25. So
let's hope Florida comes in demoralized already, and we just stomp right on them.
So we'll see.
And they already don't like cold weather. Like history shows, Florida and cold weather don't go well.
All right, so Tennessee plays Florida October 12th, and then October 19th, Alabama comes to Neyland. So Florida, Bama, back to back.
Wow, that's
tough.
Let's just camp out all week.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. But then right after them 2, so we get Arkansas, Florida, Bama, and then you get another bye. And then after the bye on the 2nd of November, Kentucky comes to Neyland Stadium.
I'm completely good with it. Kentucky after a bye again.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky's already touting that they got a new 5-star quarterback transfer, a new 4-star running back transfer, and all this other stuff. It's still Kentucky.
I bet he has a 5-star heart. You know,
Still,
He probably does.
it's still Kentucky.
Hey, Kentucky! Your coach tried to leave. Remember that.
he did leave. Then he came back. He tried to leave in the middle of the night.
He tried to leave, and they wouldn't take him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the night the lights went out in Lexington.
Then the 9th, Mississippi State comes to Neyland Stadium. 4 home games in a row.
I hope they bring their cowbells. I know they can't, but I hope they do.
I llove our schedule next year. I really do.
Then after so you got Kentucky, Mississippi State, and then you're going to have on the road to Georgia.
Whew.
So that's 3 tough. That's 3 good SEC opponents right there. I mean, we should handle Kentucky and Mississippi State easily. Georgia, obviously, is Georgia.
Look at it like this, buddy. Those born in the fire don't faint in the sun. Just remember that.
I'm not complaining. I mean, it's a rough slate, but
Makes us better.
But you got 2 byes right there. So
It's rough, but it could be much worse. It really could.
Not everybody's like Georgia plays cupcakes all year long. Then once they play a
hey, theirs is actually a
competitive team.
little bit tough this year, or this coming year. On the 23rd, Corbin's Miners come to Neyland Stadium.
God, you know he's gonna go. Oh, he's gonna be more wild than usual.
Will Corbin have a UTEP shirt on?
He probably will.
He's liable to.
He ain't gonna know what to do that day. If you thought he was bad for a UConn game, like my lord, a UTEP game, there you go.
12 o'clock UConn tip.
Yeah,
Corbin's.
yeah.
Corbin's,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Officers in hand. Officers in hand.
And then we're going to end, as always, with Vanderbilt. It's an away game, but it'll be a home game.
Yeah.
On the 30th.
Just a neutral site.
Georgia, Alabama play on September 28th. It's the first SEC game for both teams.
It's a night game. It's pretty cool.
I know Georgia's got Clemson. Is that who they open with?
Historically, that usually game used to be the first game.
Georgia opens with Clemson
Okay.
at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
I hope he's back just for that reason.
I don't get why Georgia they play their neutral site games at Mercedes. It's not a neutral site,
No,
if we're being
no.
honest.
Then they play Tennessee Tech. They're at Kentucky. Then they have a bye. Then they play at Alabama. Then they have home games against Auburn and Mississippi State. Then they go to Texas. Then they play Florida in a cocktail party. Then they have at Ole Miss. So we get Georgia right after they play Ole Miss at Ole Miss. So that's good. Then Tennessee.
Yeah, that is
Then
good.
they finish up with UMass, which is a cupcake in Georgia Tech.
A night game at Bryant Denny.
So-
they usually don't have a lot of night games at Alabama.
So November 16th, Georgia at home against Tennessee.
November what?
November 16th.
What day is that?
Is that a good day for
Guessing
you,
your
Spanky?
birthday.
There you go.
Because you're a toddler.
That could be for the East right there.
That's the best holiday of the year.
Oh, God. All right, hit the comment box before we go to commercial. Wesley Big says NC State will be a good matchup for us. And then he said Florida's got a bye week for the whole season. Corbin says we may be week 0, and that might be why we got 2 bye weeks. I think a lot of people's getting the 2 byes.
Everybody's got 2 byes, Corbin.
Just because of the new format. Miranda says she wants to go to Florida and Alabama. You definitely should, Miranda.
Well, we won't be going to either place this year. They'll be coming to us.
Ella says, hey, she's watching off YouTube.
Hey, Ella.
What's up,
Hello, Ella.
Your buddy Spanky's here, Ella.
Your buddy Spur's here, too. You just don't know me.
Miranda says she's excited for our schedule, and honestly, 2 bye weeks could be used to our benefit, especially if we're starting with a fresh group of guys. It may give us a great opportunity to make improvements for some of the most anticipated games.
I like it.
Texas A&M and Notre Dame is week 1 as well. That's cool.
Ella's already roasting me in the comments.
Yeah, Ella's already after Spanky. Spanky, your birthday is not a holiday.
Yes,
Laugh
it
out
is,
loud.
Ella.
She knows. Let's see. Daniel Shelton also said Florida is in a bye week right now. And then Justin says, I believe all SEC teams have 2 bye weeks this year. I'm pumped, guys. So we'll be right back. Thank you all for listening. Hit the like button, share it out for us, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back for our first main talking point of the day, presented by Big Orange Concrete
Dare.
Pumping. Taylor Jones, Big Orange Concrete Pumping,
There,
has
you
been
can do
doing
the-
this type of work for a very long time. He has one of the biggest line pumps in the state, so make
Yes,
sure to reach out to Big Orange Concrete Pumping for all of your concrete needs. All right, let's get Vawls deep. How concerned are you about NIL and the transfer portal hurting college football?
I think it shows a lot. because then you have the situation like you do down at LSU with women's basketball of players getting jealous of each other because somebody's making more money than the other. It's just like with the workforce.
I think we're about to talk about that, Spanky, in a couple questions down.
If I go into the job shouting, "Hey, I make this much," there's going to be people upset. Like, hey, he might make more than me, or I make more than him. It's just how it is. Whenever you open up how much money you make, it don't matter what profession you're in. It opens up a can of worms. It really does. And I hate to say this, but it's turning to the NFL and major leagues.
That was my exact wordings. It's quickly turning into professional football. And at what point does it stop? There's truly very few places that can afford large costs for all these players. So, you're going to have a few rich schools. Gladly, Tennessee's one of them. But, a lot of these smaller schools, especially your non-Power 5 schools, are going to be left way back behind now. The rich are just going to get richer.
Yeah, NIL's, it's not going to go anywhere, but they're going to have to make some changes in order to control it a little bit, in my opinion.
Yep.
Josh Jackson says he finally made it here. What's up, Josh? Thanks for
tuning brother.
To us. Justin says, rumor has it that's why our defensive backs are leaving because some NIL deals have been made public. Yeah, that is.
We'll be talking about that in just a minute.
Yeah, that's the rumor. That's what's going on. Wesley Biggs says it's showing now. He feels like it's out of control. It definitely is. They're going to have to do something to control it. How much confidence do you have in Josh Heupel and this staff to replace the pieces that are leaving?
Total confidence.
Very confident.
Yeah. Heupel will have his recruited players in the coming years, and it starts at the bowl game at Citrus Bowl. Yes, we need to add some depth, but it's going to come together. I have full confidence in Josh Heupel putting the roster together.
I do too. Heupel said it early last season, I think it was during the spring, that the veteran players are going to have to step up because the young players are already, nipping at their heels. Mm-hmm. So,
hey, overall that's great for a team.
Yeah.
When your younger guys can push your older guys, and if your older guys can't handle being pushed, then looks like they're going to get pushed out of the way.
And were you just saying that? How much of that goes into these players making decisions to leave?
Mm-hmm. And you got to think too. They're practicing for the bowl game and stuff right now, so. Are they going to play the young players in the bowl game and the veterans are mad?
Well, I'm assuming the players that's already entered the transfer portal ain't playing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's something going on there. The secondary was my biggest concern. We talked before this season started about how deep we were at defensive back, and kind of what we were just talking about is going to kind of transpire into this. But we're either like super heavy on veteran players this year, or we were super heavy on true freshmen and true freshmen. And I asked this question before the season started: if our secondary is still bad this upcoming year, do we just go ahead and play the youngsters and let them grow, or if we're getting the same output, do we play the veterans? So is this kind of what we're getting with 6 DBs in the portal?
The great news is we're playing Iowa in the Citrus Bowl, who really doesn't throw the ball hardly at all. So we're about to see just how vulnerable we are at defensive back. It could be a good thing. Let's let these 4-star players that we got this past year come in and let's see what they can do.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's kind of going on here. Mm-hmm. I think the players that are leaving are being kind of asked to leave or pushed out. Mark Avery says he thought he'd holler at us. Ice Bears are not playing. Yeah, we just got done talking about that, Mark.
Yeah, and he sent us 1,000 stars again, Mark. Thank you,
1,000
brother.
stars. Thank you, Mark. Corbin sent some stars earlier, too. Apparently, I can't see that because I'm on this little streaming thing. But thank you, Corbin, for the stars as well. A lot of issues, going on with the veteran and freshman players being aggravated about not getting paid as much as the younger players. All right, so do you believe there's any locker room issues if this is true?
Gotta be.
How couldn't there be?
Exactly.
One guy makes X amount, same position makes nothing. And he's probably a struggling college athlete. That's I wish college football. I think they should consider moving to a standard salary for everyone. NIL those here to stay, but
everybody's on the same level playing field.
Again,
maybe that, and then I know you can't really give, like the university can't give a player bonus, but maybe have I don't know.
But
You know what I
maybe-
mean? Like everybody gets something, and then like,
Incentives.
It's
Yeah.
very much a socialist thing. What I'm about to say, I'm not a socialist. I'm a capitalist, so I believe in someone being able to make money for themselves. But if they've signed a contract, so to speak, with the University of Tennessee, then maybe any NIL money can go into a pool that pays equally to all the other players, and distribute that through your whole team. Let's just use Nico Iamaleava. If he gets $8 million, then that's going to get divided amongst his teammates as well. And then Gerald Vinci could get a couple $100,000. That's divided, and it just becomes a collective. I don't know if that's the answer or not, but something's going to have to give before it gets.
that's
completely out of
kind
control.
of the thing Nick Saban wants as well. Is just kind of a
What we don't want to see is a Shohei Ohtani situation where Texas pays $700 million to basically buy a national championship.
exactly, exactly. So how are these changes going to affect the bowl game in your opinion? Like all this controversy,
Like
and-
our bowl game or
ours.
Well, we're going to be younger on defense,
Yep.
that's for sure.
The Citrus Bowl.
I'm excited to see the underclassmen play. I really am.
I am too.
I think the Citrus Bowl is the first game of next season. That's how I always look at a bowl game.
Yeah, they need to perform and get everybody fired up.
We get a chance to say goodbye to some of the seniors like Joe Milton, and I hope Joe gets to play a whole lot. But it is our first look at what could be for next year.
agree. It's going to be interesting.
you are, man. Good job.
There's going to be a lot of changes, and I'm excited to see the young bodies in there as well. Miranda said it showed this season, though, skills in the real world always trump being a veteran. The better man is always worth more. Wesley says, I'm hoping for the underclassmen step up. And Miranda says, also, it plays a big part in building the team that we want. Let's see. Justin says, in Hopple, we believe. Yes, in Hopple, we trust. Josh Jackson says, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Gage Hampel, what's up, man? I got the sweater on. He's with Old Tennessee, Old 10. So make sure you check him out. He's got a bunch of cool merchandise and stuff, and he's just now having to restart what he already started. So make sure y'all check him out. Check out his merchandise as well. We'll be right back. We've got Start Bench Cut. Big Orange Concrete Pumping. They can accommodate any residential or commercial concrete project that you may have in mind. They have one of the biggest line pumps in the state. They take a lot of pride in their work, and they're waiting on your phone call today. Their number is 865-371-3367. Whether you're pumping noise and kneeling or pumping concrete, make sure you roll with the Big Orange. That's Big Orange Concrete Pumping, 865-371-3367. All right, welcome back to episode 29 of the Vawls Deep Podcast, live from the Vawls Deep Man Cave. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday night. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. Share this out for us. Give us some likes if you don't care. We truly appreciate it. We have Start, Bench, Cut. How this works is I'll give a question. We have to rank our answers in order from first to last. Start being one, Cut being last. Are y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Oh.
All right, Start, Bench, Cut these Christmas songs.
Oh.
All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey. Baby It's Cold Outside by Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong. Or Blue Christmas by Elvis
Oh,
Presley.
what kind of question is this? What kind of question is
Let's hear it. I know what you're going to pick, Spanky.
Oh, I think everybody knows what I'm going to pick. You can't pick against the king, baby. You can't pick
The King.
the king.
The King?
Oh, Elvis, baby. I'll have a blue. It's Blue Christmas. You got to start it. You got to start Blue Christmas. The next is All I Want for Christmas. You know, it's stuck in my head. It does make my head bleed sometimes, and
it does.
it is will get stuck in your head. Makes you want to scream. Makes you want to cuss. Makes you want to cry. Makes you want to pass away 3 times in a row and then come back to life and hear it again and enjoy Christmas, all in the same setting. But it's up there. And then, Baby It's Cold Outside.
I hate being cold.
I don't like being cold either. So,
Spanky's got the right order. I went just last night and seen a good
so
friend, Jackson
blue.
Bennett, in the West High Choir perform their
Just
songs.
thinking
I'll start Blue Christmas by
about
Elvis.
you.
I'm going to bench All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey just because it's way too high sometimes, and I don't like being cold. So Baby, it's cold outside. Let's get my coat.
We'll be
Elvis is definitely the star. He's always a
doing
star.
all right.
I'm gonna
With
bitch. Baby,
your
it's cold
Chris.
outside.
Well,
I don't know why. I guess it's just because all I want for Christmas is just blasted into your eardrums nonstop.
Have a blue,
All right, today is National-
Christmas.
all right, it's enough, Spanky.
Sorry. He started it. You
I
know.
started.
You knew I was gonna sing it.
He
You
used
knew
to
it.
always sing. He'll have the radio up like maxed out, and you can't even hear the songs, and they're just wailing.
If it's Elvis, you know it.
It's a lot of things. Today's National Ice Cream Day. Rank these ice cream: cookies and cream, chocolate, or vanilla.
Spanky didn't like any of them.
Yes, I do.
What,
Yes,
something
I do.
you'll eat?
Yes. So you may tell you what I do. Number
Here
one
we go.
is chocolate. I love chocolate ice cream.
What?
Get
That
some
doesn't surprise me.
Mayfield chocolate ice cream. Get you some Hershey syrup, and you pour it all over. You drown it in chocolate syrup. And then I want to go with bench here. I want to go with vanilla. Because what I usually do with vanilla ice cream, I get some Hershey chocolate syrup, and I drown it in the vanilla.
That just makes it chocolate ice cream.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's vanilla with chocolate syrup on it. Chocolate ice cream is the ice cream itself. Then cookies and cream. So what you do with cookies and cream, you get some Hershey chocolate syrup, and you pour all over that thing. You can't have good ice cream without Hershey chocolate syrup, everybody.
I'm not the biggest ice cream fan, and my favorite flavor is not on here, but I will start cookies and cream. Yeah. And then I will going to bench vanilla, because it's great on apple pie. And I cut chocolate. I'm not a fan of chocolate ice cream at all.
Blasphemy.
Spur's got the right order. You're gonna start cookies and cream. You're gonna
Jesus will remember this.
You're gonna bench vanilla, and then you're gonna cut chocolate.
I can't believe y'all. I can't believe it.
Ethan Bradshaw says, "What's up, fellas? What's up, Ethan? Thank you for checking in."
Big Eith.
Wesley Biggs is laughing at somebody, and if I was guessing, it's probably Spanky.
Where's Esther?
I ain't seen. That's what I'm
disappointed.
wondering. Miranda says she hates chocolate. Yuck.
Oh, see, me and her Miranda's agreeing a lot here lately.
Yeah,
I got you. I'm
gotta,
listening.
I gotta be in the mood for chocolate.
Nah, chocolate's the best.
I'll eat it if it's the only thing
Hey,
left.
here's my thing. Do you like soft served ice cream?
I
Yeah.
don't.
Hey, on them cruise ships
God,
I
we
go
were
on,
gonna
I'm
Chick-fil-A's
telling you,
got the best.
We're about
ice
to go
cream.
off
they
topic
do.
again.
They do. I had Chick-fil-A. Did I even tell you what I got, everybody?
Okay.
I had me a number one, no pickles,
There we
a small chocolate shake, 2 bottles of water, a 12-count nugget, and then I had enough points to get a spicy chicken
I'm
sandwich.
glad you threw the water in there. That's
Yeah, you had some healthy water. Hey, the best ice cream I've had in a long time was in Hawaii at the Dole Pineapple Plantation. They had pineapple soft serve right off the.
I've been there.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It was good
it
stuff.
is.
Them cruise
is
ships,
great.
I get in trouble. I'm telling you, because I got that soft serve
Try, you
24/7
done-
ice cream.
You served our country in Hawaii.
I
so
did.
yep.
Didn't. Yeah, I love going there. I'm allergic to pineapples, and I still ate them. Josh Jackson says you start Blue Christmas. Do whatever you want to do with the other two. Gage says all I want for Christmas is old 10 under this Christmas tree.
Jackson Fritz said spank eating for 7 people.
Yeah. Yep.
Gage said
I'm
he's
just happy I
got
got enough money to eat.
he's got to go with Elvis, and Josh Jackson says vanilla on top of a piece of hot apple pie. Yeah, that's hard to beat right
I'm
there.
not a big pie guy.
Oh god.
And Stone Hatmaker says some good guys on here. We appreciate that, Stone.
I appreciate it,
Hey,
Stone.
what's up, Stone? Thanks for stopping in, man.
Big
Appreciate it.
Stone.
You
What?
gonna say something else?
I said Big Stone.
I thought you said, "Hey, Stone." Then you
I
just
said Big
stopped.
Stone.
Ethan says that he 100% agrees with Spur and Luke in that order.
Ethan, you don't know anything.
Jackson says everybody laugh at Spanky. Has anybody said that yet?
I don't know, but Marina's going to McDonald's for an adult Happy Meal.
Oh.
That's a thing now, you know.
Ella says Spanky is a chocoholic.
Yes, thank you, Al.
Ella knows.
She does know. Wesley says chocolate syrup, everything. Spanky sounds like an elf with maple. Yeah, he sounds like Buddy the elf with maple syrup.
Santa.
Let's see. All right, let's hit the next one. This is a Spanky request from last week. Start bench cut these dipping sauces: honey mustard, barbecue, or ranch.
Now look, we got to take into effect here.
Is this on chicken nuggets? What's this
Let's
on?
go. Let's just do like chicken tenders.
Yeah,
chicken
okay.
nuggets,
Look,
'cause it's hard
but
to-
you got to take into effect where you're getting it and how you're
Absolutely.
getting it. Okay, because McDonald's has some of the best honey mustard out there.
Can we just do McDonald's sauces?
We
Can
could.
Let's just make these McDonald's
We'll
sauces.
just do McDonald's sauces because there could be a totally different discussion here
Yes.
because Wendy's honey mustard is very different from McDonald's.
Absolutely.
But McDonald's honey mustard is started. It's my favorite dipping sauce.
Everybody take out a notepad and take notes here on
No,
Okay, it's very good. Look, you get two sauces into one of honey and then mustard, and you put it together, and it's so good. It's very delightful, and I really appreciate it, and I love it very much. But then next is ranch. And McDonald's, that's my second sauce I usually get, that creamy ranch, and it's very good. I love it so much. I love it better than the ranch dressing at Partner's Pizza, and they got some
That's
really
pretty
good
serious
ranch.
right there.
They got really good ranch dressing. And then, sorry, barbecue just doesn't do it for me. I'm not a big barbecue guy. The only thing barbecue I eat is Lay's potato chips, and that's beside the point.
The king of all barbecue sauces is McDonald's barbecue sauce. That is my start. It's always been my favorite barbecue sauce.
I've never had
It will-
McDonald's barbecue
It will
sauce.
always. I got some. I'm going to go get it next commercial break.
I need nuggets. So
I got some in the car there from yesterday. It's cold outside. They're just fine, I'm sure. But start McDonald's barbecue sauce. It's the best barbecue sauce on the planet. I'm going to bench the McDonald's ranch because it's really good. If you take the McNugget, you dip it in that barbecue sauce, then you dip it in that ranch. I'm on to something here. And I'm cutting honey mustard. But I will say, McDonald's honey is really good too. So you take the McDonald's honey, you dip your chicken nugget in the honey, then you dip it in the barbecue, then you dip it in the ranch. And then
That's
I'm
too
on
much
to something.
work. What-
No, it's not.
What's it
You mean
called?
tell you
You
what
have,
I
you
do?
have to come up with that and make
you
it.
take the chicken nugget and you get a French fry, and you wrap. You can either wrap one or you can wrap two French fries around it, and then you dip it in the honey mustard and eat it. Very good. Or you eat two nuggets and two fries at once, and you make the nuggets like the bread in the sandwich and the fries in the middle. Of it.
All right, now you've lost me. Along with your chocolate shake, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that chocolate shake.
I'm gonna start barbecue. I'm gonna bench honey mustard. I'm gonna cut ranch, but a lot of it depends on the brands and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Ethan Bradshaw says the order is barbecue, ranch, and honey
That's right,
mustard.
Ethan. Sure is.
Wesley Biggs said this man is passionate about his dipping sauces. This man, he's passionate about everything food
I
related.
am. I'm a passionate
Except
man.
cereal.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about
He don't like hardly anything. Josh Jackson says, of course, Spanky don't like pie. He don't like anything.
Hey now.
He says Gage says McDonald's ranch is gross. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue is the only barbecue
Sweet
sauce
Baby
that
Ray's
you
and,
need.
and McDonald's are very close together.
All right, let's start bench cut. And skip
Sorry, Robin Sheldon. Your barbecue sauce is pretty good too, buddy.
Yeah, he's gonna be on here mad here in a minute. Start bench cut these NFL wide receivers right now: Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown, or CeeDee Lamb.
I'm going to have to go right now. CeeDee Lamb. What he's doing with the Cowboys right now, very impressive. Then I'm going to have next. This is where it gets hard. I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill, just the explosiveness and the big plays that he makes. And then cut. I hate to do it with AJ Brown. But talk about CeeDee Lamb, like what he's done with the Cowboys, him and Dak. It's very impressive. I don't like the Cowboys, but you got to be impressed with what they're doing, even though they cost me some money the other night. But they helped me with money too.
This is right now, December 13th, 2023. Right now. Had to pick them. All right. Starting CeeDee Lamb. He's on a tear. Absolute tear. He's been awesome all year long. I'm going to bench AJ Brown. Maybe the most talented of the three right now. I'm benching AJ Brown. I'm cutting the number one wide receiver in the league, Tyreek Hill, simply because he hurt his ankle last week. So I don't know what he's going to be today.
You got a good point. Very.
That's true.
I know it ain't Kadarius Toney.
And by the way, don't play the Titans when you're down by 14 with 3 minutes to go and expect to
You
win.
lost
still.
some money on that, or you
Oh,
lost
my
some free
goodness.
money on that.
I lost some
one.
free money
And
on that.
And Josh come out good. I'm gonna start CeeDee Lamb. I don't think you cannot start him right now. I'm gonna bench Tyreek Hill, and then I'm gonna cut AJ Brown.
That was one crazy comeback. I know we don't talk about the NFL much, but wow. I've never been so pissed off and happy at the same time.
Matthew Bowen says fries and chocolate milkshake is nice.
Fries and Frosty. Chocolate Frosty. Now you got me. You got me there.
I like Frosty.
He says barbecue is the best.
Can I say something right quick, everybody? This
You're
is going
going to.
be a hot take, very hot take. I do not like Burger King whatsoever. I do not like
you
Burger
not?
King at
We're
all.
going to do a food podcast.
I think that their
that was
breakfast.
completely random.
I think their breakfast is better than their lunch and dinner. That's just my opinion. They got a really good sausage biscuit.
Spanky, I'm going to give you a hint. Burger King chicken fries.
You know, I've not had them.
They are good. They are good.
Chicken rings at White Castle, very good.
I can't imagine
Very
how this
good.
podcast is going to be the period like after baseball season into football season.
Oh my God.
It's going to be crazy.
We'll be all over the map.
And it's going to be, it's going to be wild. Matthew says AJ, CD, and Hill is the order. Ethan Bradshaw says CD, Tyreek, AJ Brown. And then Matthew says the King has the best burgers and fries.
Oh, you're
no,
crazy.
That's just not true.
My favorite burger is a Baconator.
Gage says Tyreek Hill is a beast.
He is,
Yes.
if he's healthy.
Ella says she loves fries and chocolate frosty. I was eating it on the way back from Kentucky versus Tennessee.
That's right.
There
Ella.
you go,
That's
Dad.
Good stuff right
Look,
there.
she likes
Very
fries
good.
and Frosties. There you go.
Very good. All right, we will be. Oh, sorry, I got one more. Start bench cut these NFL
It's
defenses.
the longest start bench cut ever.
The Browns, the Ravens, or the Cowboys.
Spur, I'm gonna let you go first on that one.
Listen, it's going to be hard to say. I guess I'm going to start the Browns. They're my fantasy defense right now. They've done me well all season. They've kept the Browns
Yep. I
in
have
playoff
to make
contention.
that point.
That's it right there. The Browns would not be anywhere near the playoffs had it not been for their defense. So I will start them. I'm going to bench the Cowboys defense. I think they've been very underrated so far, and the Cowboys are well rounded, both offensive and defensive. They're solid. It's scary. If they don't do it this year, they may never do it. And I'm going to cut the Ravens.
I'm gonna have to go basically the same exact order. The Browns' defense is what's keeping their season alive. They've went through how many quarterbacks so far this
I
year?
don't know, 17.
Yeah, it's amazing how many quarterbacks they've went through, and yet they're still in ball games,
they
still
got-
in competing in games.
If Joe Flacco goes down, they're going to have to call on Tom Brady or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and then with Micah Parsons leading that Cowboys defense, like it's very impressive.
It is.
This is probably the best Cowboys team since the '90s.
I agree completely.
And then the Ravens defense, they're very good. They're not the Ravens defense of old, but hey, they've stepped up.
Yeah,
big
they ain't
time.
no Ray Lewis, Ned Reed, or nothing
No,
like that.
there's some bad men right there.
I'm
Oh,
gonna-
Goose.
I'm going to start the Browns as well. And I'm going to bench the Cowboys. The Cowboys are great right now. I'm going to have to cut the Ravens as well. Hit the comment box real quick before we hit a commercial. Josh Jackson says the Baconator is best.
That's right. That's right. I love Baconator.
No.
Uh,
I'll be honest. The Hardee's Volunteer Burger is very, very good.
Hardy's got a good Frisco burger.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
It just
Double
takes you
cheese.
45 minutes to
Yeah.
get it, but
It's not a fast food restaurant. It's a
No.
sit-down place.
no, it ain't. It's a Dead Pecker restaurant.
Wesley
That's where
said-
they meet in the morning. The Dead Pecker Club meet there at the Hardy's for breakfast.
Wesley says this portion of the show is brought to you by the Food Network.
Yeah.
Whoppers where it's at. Miranda says an onion ring sauce. Ethan says he can't choose a start bench cut for them defenses. That's a hard one.
It is.
Jesse wants to know what we think of the Vols 2024 schedule. We went over that earlier.
We love it.
Rewind it as
We-
soon as we get done
Yeah,
talking.
as soon as we get done, later tonight or tomorrow morning, it'll be uploaded on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all that good stuff. But we like it. There's 2 bye weeks in there, and it's a rough stretch, but overall we do like it.
Much
I
better than
think I
Florida's.
stepped in dog shit.
It is a lot better than Florida's. All right, we'll be right back. ZNN Concrete are the professionals you need to call for all of your concrete finishing needs. Driveways, sidewalks, curbs, garage pads, footers, and much more. They can do it all. No job is too big, no job is too small. Give ZNN Concrete a call today, 865-360-6176. Residential or commercial. That's ZNN Concrete, 865-360-6176. All right, welcome back.
Run!
Welcome back. All right, welcome back. We have our second main talking point of the day presented by, oh my gosh,
Just missing the honey mustard. We
Try-
got some in the house.
Trident Hydro Clean. Thank you, Jacob Haney from Trident Hydro Clean for sponsoring this segment. We're live on YouTube and both Facebook pages. Share this out for us. Hit the like button and, of course, comment. We enjoy seeing y'all's comments. Let's talk some more Tennessee basketball. They come in like 10th in the coaches poll and 12th in the AP poll this week. Overall record 6-3 so far this season. All their losses have been by less than 10 points to extremely good opponents: Purdue, Kansas, and North Carolina. How for real is this Tennessee basketball squad?
I think this could be the best team that Rick Barnes has had since he's been at Tennessee.
I agree. They're very deep. They're very talented. They're good at every skilled position. They lost in that Mally Invitational to Purdue in a very, very, very tough game. Had like 75 fouls in that game. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, the ratio was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. It was a hard-fought game. Had to turn on and play the very next day against the number one team in the country, Kansas. So, at best, that's a toss-up. You can't expect to turn around and play the very next day and be at full strength. The game that disappointed me the most was North Carolina, but North Carolina would beat any team in the country that night because they just shot lights out. They could throw it up backwards, it'd go in. So, they're going to be really good come down the stretch. And
I think so.
They
They couldn't have had a better first half. North Carolina couldn't
no.
have. Got to be more consistent. Also, want to mention that Rick Barnes is now 15th all-time in Division I wins as a coach.
Yeah, for sure, Hall of Famer.
For sure, Hall of Famer. I want to see him get in the Final Four. So this next question, could this be the year that the Deacon, Rick Barnes, takes us to the Final Four?
I just said it about Cowboys a few minutes ago. If it's not this year, then when is it?
Yeah, I mean, we've said it before. He's had the teams to do it. I mean, the Grant and Admiral team.
It just goes to show you, though, how tough it is to get to the Final Four.
Very tough. That's why it's March Madness. It's the most exciting time for a sport fan out there.
You could get in the tournament. You could win the tournament.
I need you to make sure that I don't turn on my sport betting apps during the March Madness. We could be getting into some trouble.
We're gonna have set limits on the betting margin there.
Yeah.
Wesley Big says, guys, you need to check out the new 30 for 30 Minister of Defense on Reggie White. It's a must watch. When did that come out, Wesley? Because I knew they was making it. Heard about it, I think, this summer. I'm definitely gonna have to watch that.
We watched. Me and Luke watched the '97 Heisman race one the other night. It was pretty good.
That was a good one.
And yes, Miranda, I did just bring in some dipping sauces.
Yeah, Miranda said, did Spur really just bring in dipping sauces? Yes, he did. Oh, Wesley said it come on tonight, so that's why I've not.
Well, I know what we're doing after this show.
2 hours long. Yeah, we'll definitely have
warming
that.
up.
Yeah, we'll definitely have that going. Who's our biggest competition in the SEC in your opinion this year in basketball?
I think it's Kentucky, and it's always Kentucky. Kentucky struggled some early, but just like in Cal Party's years before, they'll be pretty good once they come to the Food City Center at Thompson Bowling Arena. So,
hey, a sneaky one here, in my opinion, Arkansas.
Arkansas looks really
Arkansas
good.
Always, yeah.
Arkansas.
Ole Miss right now is 9-0. They're
Yeah.
undefeated.
Wow, I didn't even realize that.
I did not either. I really did.
It's kind of surprising, but Auburn's going to be in the mix at the end of the year. They
Yeah,
always
hope
are.
Pearl.
And Bruce will beat us at least once.
I
It's
think
just
Bruce
what
should wear
happens.
his orange jacket when he comes to.
I'm like you all, though. I think Kentucky is probably the team. They're so young, though. I think it's going to hurt them. I think they're going to.
Well, if you got to think, that's Calipari's. Like,
Oh yeah, that's his.
That's his
thing.
motto, like one and done.
One and
like,
done. Yeah, that's what he likes.
new team every year.
So how high is Dalton Connect going to be drafted? Do you think?
I think he's a second round pick.
Really?
Oh
I believe
my
he's a second round
God!
pick. I do.
Oh,
Where's he projected?
I don't have a clue where he's projected.
Man,
wow!
I've got him like top 5, top 10.
Do you?
Yeah.
I got him top 15.
I hope so. I think he's come out of nowhere. So
Oh yeah. I mean, he's big. He's got the size. I mean, he takes it to the hole.
It don't matter. It don't matter where you come from. It matters where you going.
I'll tell you what worries me about Connect, and I may be plumb wrong, and I may have meant it to be not a lottery pick. So I'm not sure how the NBA set up completely. I'm not a big NBA fan, so I don't think he's going to go in the lottery. If that makes sense. So is the first round then considered after that? Because it's
You're talking to the same person that's got the same feelings.
So
okay.
the first,
I don't think he's a lottery pick.
So the first round is basically all your teams, just like it's just set, it's set up just like the NFL. Just the lottery is just who gets what pick. And
Okay,
that's
well,
like-
I think
considered. Yeah,
I think he's a top 15 to 20 pick for sure overall. But my concern with Connect is his stamina. He seems to get
Well, he
tired later in the game.
Yeah, he didn't practice, I don't think, much because he's had some injuries.
Hey,
so-
Fox, just somebody give him a cigarette. He'll go back
It
in.
may just be Santiago Vescovi can run circles around anybody.
That's true, too.
But if he could get his stamina and his wind down, I think he's awesome.
So what's the biggest improvement do you think for the basketball team? What needs to be the biggest improvement?
What needs to be the biggest improvement? I just think consistency.
Yep.
Playing a full game, full 40 minutes. We say the same thing about the football team, but it's key in any sport. It's just playing consistent basketball. We can't go on those lulls like we did last year, not scoring for 5 or 6 minutes in a game. So consistent basketball is what is key to win.
To me, it's controlling your depth. And what I mean by controlling your depth is when you got other guys in there, when you're getting your stars a break, you got to have that same consistency Spur talked about. If you, in a basketball game, if you have what we call slouch or drop-offs, then that's not good for your overall basketball team because then it exploits your weaknesses and it exploits, as a coach, your low points of the game of when you got to get your starters out. And that's why, like, everybody's got to be consistent all around the board. Like, we can't have no dead spots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Consistency is the key. And a lot of dumb mistakes at like the wrong times too. It seems like. Is it the comment box? I don't know. Am I missing anything at all? I think we're good.
Oh, hey, Derek Mason last week got named head coach of MTSU.
Oh yeah, that's news.
He's Blue Raider men now. They're Blue Raider men.
Leland Phillips loves you, Spanky.
Yeah,
Love
Leland
you too,
Phillips says,
buddy.
"I love you, Spanky," all caps.
There you go. Love you too, buddy.
You've got like 4 votes already.
I know. Everybody love me. I can't help it.
All right. Thank you for listening to our second main talking point of the day. We still have a lot going on, a lot to talk about, predictions and giveaways. But next we have the duel. It's going to be listener voted, so y'all stick around.
I'm trying not to cuss.
It's pretty entertaining. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to win the duel when we get back. Trident Hydro Clean, your exterior home cleaning professionals, house, roof, driveway, concrete, gutters, and much more. Trident Hydro Clean, 865-363-8815. They've been in business for 5 years, and they have a 5-star Google rating and a 5-star Facebook rating. Call Jacob today. Give your house, driveway, and or patio the care it deserves. 100% satisfaction guarantee. See the difference between a professional and amateur cleaning. That's 865-363-8815. All right, and we're live. Next, we've got the duel presented by Premier Excavation. Spanky and Spur will battle it out over a few tough questions. The winner not only gets bragging rights, but they get some hardware to drag around with them for the week. And if you're like Corbin, you take it everywhere that you go.
He sleeps with this thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the smell is on this thing.
Yeah. I'd OxyClean that thing.
Probably need to. Peroxide, alcohol.
Peroxide, yeah. Some Ajax wouldn't even
Something
rub
sticky
off.
on it. I don't know.
All right, let me know in the comments. We got 5
That's why it's
questions.
standing up in the back.
5 questions.
Excited to see me.
Who's winning the duel?
Miss
Question 1, is NIL killing college football?
Yes, 110%. It has killed it. It's still breathing, but it's like everything else. College football, it's ever growing and it's ever changing. Just like back in 1992, they were talking about, what do you mean a SEC championship game? Why are we adding so many teams in this SEC? Like, you know, and just like back in 98. Even when they were talking about a bowl system. Wait, what is this computer telling us who's going to be in the national championship 1 and 2? Oh my God, what is this?
You know,
then back in 2014, it's like
Spit it out, Spanky.
playoffs. Like, my God. And then
We're talking
now
about NIL. You know, I'm all for.
I'm getting there, damn it.
Well, make your point, damn it. I'm all for student athletes making money, but it's getting completely out of hand already. College football, as we know it, has changed. I think that's what he was getting at. Gone
Yes.
are the days of playing for Tennessee because of loyalty to the Vawls. And hello to the mighty dollar. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. Highest bidder wins. And in some ways, NIL is way less regulated than NFL. You know, in the NFL, you have a salary cap. We have no regulation whatsoever
No.
when it's NIL. Just you know, if the Hasels want to spend $400 million to bring in a quarterback, they can do it. No one
Or
can
if
stop
anybody
them.
wants to spend
Yeah.
$5 a month on the volunteer club, they can do that as
Yeah,
well.
so join the volunteer club because we're going to need every dollar that we
Every
can
dollar matters with recruiting. All right, who is the best women's wrestler of all time?
Oh,
It's
man.
Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus is the best women's wrestler of all time. Her longevity, she could do everything in the ring, at least in our generation, thank you. Trish Stratus is the best women's wrestler of all time.
You know, it is. It's hard to argue that. And honestly, I'm gonna go with Trish's counterpart. I'm gonna go with Lita in this one.
Nah,
the
it's
thing
not
she
Lita.
did in the ring with Trish. Look, Trish
Lita's
would
sloppy.
not be where she was at without Lita, and Lita wouldn't be where she was at without Trish. So, in order to have some separation here, I'm gonna go with Lita in this one.
Now, Lita's too sloppy in the ring. Trish was crisp. She was good. She's
I bet
still good.
Never mind. Never mind. I'll be good.
You better.
That was quick. That's the quickest wrestling discussion
I
ever.
know. Corbin ain't here, I guess. Question 3: should Pete Rose be in the Hall of Fame?
No question about it. No question about it. He's one of the greatest baseball players ever. He should be in the Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter what he did with his personal time. That was on his business. And,
I got a point to make with this, Spanky.
well, I'll let you make your point just a minute. But, yes, I believe that he should be in the Hall of Fame.
All right. The greatest hitter this game has ever seen, and not in the Hall of Fame for doing less than what every one of us sitting in this room right here does on our phone on every Friday and Saturday night. We bet a little bit. He didn't bet on his team's game, on the games that his team played in. But listen to this. He's got 4,256 hits in his career. It's unheard of. He's got 1,314 RBIs. That being said, Pete Rose wouldn't be Pete Rose if he was in the Hall of Fame. You know, he has monetized tremendously on not being in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, it's made him way more
we
popular.
We don't talk about the other Hall of Fame members because guess what? They're in the Hall of Fame. Their fame is done. Pete Rose is still getting thousands of dollars for appearances based on his fame of not being in the Hall of Fame. So I don't think he cares he's not in the Hall of Fame. I really don't. I think he's capitalized on that for his entire...
It's like Hank Williams not being in the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah. It was the best, worst thing that ever happened to him.
It really was.
All right. Would you rather live in New York City or Los Angeles?
Oh, my God. That's tough.
That's like... That's like...
Wow.
That's
Wow.
like picking between two cousins. Like...
Oh, my goodness.
You're used to doing that, Spanky.
No. But I'd probably go with L.A. I think it's a little more spread out. They got that big mountain with the Hollywood sign on. It's very pretty. New York, I think, is just too crowded. Too many people.
Well,
and yeah, there's a lot of people in L.A., but at least, you know, you got some nightlife. You got some Hollywood celebrities. You got the red carpets. You got everything. You got the Lakers. You got everybody.
You pay 75% tax.
You're looking at it from a logical
I'm going
sense.
to get way too political if I go off on this. I wouldn't live in California for anything. So I'm not going to California. Forget
love.
it. Put me in New York City. I'll be in a $4,000 500 square foot apartment, and I can take the subway, be anywhere in the city in 15 minutes. So
You know what Hank Williams said
I
about New
visited
York City?
and I had a great time there. So give me New York.
It's like when Hank Williams said, "Send
does
me to
get too
hell or
cold.
New York City." It'd be about the same to me.
Plus, California is liable to fall off into the ocean at any time of an earthquake. So I'll take New York.
I'd have to probably go to New York. This is closer to Tennessee.
Yeah, there you go.
Leland says it's Spanky. He's the best. Miranda
That's right.
says, ooh, Spanky. Tyler Meredith says, if heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I don't
right.
want to go.
Go. That's right.
Miranda says New York City for sure. She says, yes, Spur. Wesley says Nashville's turning into L.A.
Yes, it is.
Ella says she was about to text you, Spanky, L.A. All right. Last one. Are the Dallas Cowboys still America's team?
I wouldn't go America's team because they got the moniker America's team. You guys know how they got the moniker America's team? Because back in the old days, I don't know if you guys remember this, but
You
back
weren't
in the
even
old
born
days,
then.
look, and I'm just hearing this from what people have told me. You could only watch 2 ball games. That was either the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Dallas Cowboys. So that's how they got the moniker America's team, because they were always very successful, and it was always, you know, the primetime game. It's what everybody watched. Nowadays, America's team is everybody. and that's the thing about America. We all have different opinions. We all have different beliefs. We all have different standpoints on things, and we all have different teams. That's what makes this country great. We all have difference of opinions and everything. We can be ourselves and pick who we want.
You know, to piggyback off what you just said, the Atlanta Braves used to be known as America's team as well because they was one of only 2 teams you could catch on TV. It was either the Braves or the Cubs. So they were the America's team just for that exact same reason. Dallas is still the most popular team in the NFL.
And the most hated.
And the most hated, but that goes along with the territory. Are they America's team? Just kind of like what you said, Spanky. I don't want to agree with you, but America really doesn't have a team anymore. Because gone are days of patriotism anyway. It's definitely not the Patriots, by the way.
Oh, man, they're going through hard times.
But
Have they officially fired Belichick?
Yes, they
have
are
not
parting
officially hired him,
ways
but
at
it's been
the end of the
announced
year.
that he's not coming back. And possible replacement is Kirby Smart. I'll just put that rumor out there.
I like it.
I
like it.
It's going around the rumor mill today. That'd be fun. But no, they're not America's team anymore, and I hope they don't come up with that moniker again.
All right, well, we got a tie so far right now, so vote in the comment section who you think won the duel. Kimberly says, hey, guys, been missing y'all. Go Big Orange.
Hey,
Missing
Kimberly,
you too,
welcome back.
Kimberly. Thank you.
Hello, darling.
Ella Jackson says she's voting for Spanky.
Well,
Booyah.
Ella, gosh.
Josh Jackson says he's voting for Spur.
Well, thank you, Josh.
Robin Shelton says he's voting for Spur.
That one's just jealous.
Leland's voting for Spanky again.
Robin clearly didn't hear what we was saying about Florida earlier.
Wesley,
Robin, I put over your barbecue sauce, though. I did.
Wesley says Nav Rabel will end up in New England. Kraft loves him.
It's possible.
It is
Good.
possible.
Very
That's
possible.
very possible. All right,
That's
we'll be
my favorite to get it.
stick with us. Give us some likes. Let me know in the comments who you're voting for on the win. Oh, Corbin has voted for Justin.
Who's that? Who's Justin?
Yeah, who's that?
That's what he said, Justin.
Is he on this podcast?
Hey, no, what it was is Corbin's out drinking, and the J and the A's right next to each other, so that's what he meant.
Oh, I got another one.
Jesse Gold has voted for the Spur.
I got one from Wesley.
That's a Sunbright thing.
Wesley Biggs voted for me, but Leland voted for you, Spanky.
Yep. Thank you, Lynn.
All right, share this out for us. We'll be right back.
Do you have dreams about what your property could be? Whether it's driveways, ponds, septic, new home construction, or even forestry mulching, let us earn your business and make your property dreams come true. Call Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408. You can also find us on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you for supporting small businesses that support you. Again, that's Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408.
Hey y'all, it's the Vawl Daddy. The C&D Tire Pros are your go-to experts for nearly all of your vehicle needs. Located in the heart of Oak Ridge at 164 Fairbanks Road, they've got a 4.8 out of 5-star rating, and that's very hard to do in the tire business. Tire installation, wheel alignment, wheel balancing, tire rotation, tire repair, brake changes, oil changes, hell, they'll even paint your back porch. I've known Zach since he was in diapers. We went to church together, we went to school together, we played football together. And he's been changing tires since he's been in diapers. Give them a call today, 865-483-7455. Like them on Facebook. That's C&D Tire, 865-483-7455.
All right, welcome back. Next, we've got Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other, presented by C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. Leland's voted for Spanky again. Robin says
Thank you.
Robin says we need a call-in line.
Robin, we're working on that, buddy.
We are working on that for sure. I think it would be fun. We're gonna have to figure out something though, so we can like pre-hear or something what these calls are gonna be about.
Yeah,
Let's
because
us
I
some
get
subject.
worried.
Yeah, we'll have to put a disclaimer out there. We're limiting our language and things like that. We don't
If
want
you
we don't want
start
too much
going off
political
the
talk.
rail, we're hanging up.
All right, Spurs in the lead by 5 votes. Eric B. Jones on YouTube has voted for Spur, and Eddie Duncan has voted for Spur.
Just
Hey,
give
Evil
him the
Ed.
dang
Hey,
thing.
Evil Ed. You know that name?
No.
Evil Eddie Duncan from Oneida got me my start in professional wrestling.
Really?
Yeah. I have to have you meet him someday. He's a great manager. As a matter of fact, you two are very similar.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of people like me. I'm one
I'm
of
telling
a
you.
kind. I'm the women's pet. Men's a great best thing going in this business today, baby.
I think he said the same thing about 35 years ago.
But he's not as good looking as me. Ain't nobody as good looking.
Oh, God.
Nobody's good looking as Spanky.
That's right.
That's why we have to watch that call-in line.
Yeah, I'd hate for. Look, I'm telling you, I'm calm now because I don't want any divorces. I know Judge
we can't
Davis wouldn't be happy with me dealing with all the
We
divorces.
can't
in
have
the
Edith
county.
calling his hotline all the time.
Be
know.
keeping that county going, baby.
Yeah.
We'll have to give Edith a 900 number to call.
Yeah.
All right. Florida, Alabama, Georgia, other presented by C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. I'm going to pick like 4 or 5 crazy stories just based off the headline, and Spur and Spanky are going to guess which state that it happened in. Man pulls gun at Starbucks over cream cheese.
It's cream cheese. You got to pull a gun.
Man pulls gun at Starbucks over cream cheese.
Cheese, gun, Florida.
Oh, guess what? It's probably Florida.
Probably.
Would you pull a gun over barbecue sauce or a ranch?
No.
Okay.
Angry Florida man pulled out a gun at drive-thru worker because they forgot the cream cheese with his bagel. According to Miami Gardens police, the employee just happened to be the daughter of the police chief. Police said the man became angry at Starbucks drive-thru when they messed up his order earlier that week. He returned to the window screaming at the employee. She asked whether he had paid for the cream cheese or not, at which point he got enraged and pulled out a gun. According to the police report, the woman gave the man his cream cheese and he drove away.
He got his cream cheese in, didn't he?
He got it. But according to the arrest report, he grabbed the gun, put it in the air because it was falling out of his pocket, but he denied threatening the woman. The suspect now faces several charges, including aggravated assault with a firearm. He's being held on a $10,000 bond. It's unclear if he has an attorney. Good old Florida man.
I think it'd be hard to get an attorney for that one.
Where's Corbin at for this one? Man armed with twisted tea and a metal pipe threatens former employer.
That happened at the prison in Wartburg, Josh Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. Florida.
Georgia.
This happened in Florida. Shane Gillis is accused of threatening to injure his ex-employer. When deputies arrived to detain Gillis, they overheard him tell the victim that he had something for him. On his way, Gillis was holding a
You can
twist.
take that one or two ways.
Yeah.
Gillis was holding a twisted tea can in his right hand, which is considered a deadly weapon on the streets. He kept his he's holding a twisted key in his right hand. He kept his left hand behind the back as he walked towards the victim. When deputies stopped Gillis, he told him that he had a metal pipe tucked in the back of his jeans. As he was being handcuffed, he continued to threaten the victim.
I got a metal pipe right back here, but I ain't going to show you.
Yeah, it was. He had. I guess he had.
It's like the old heel tactic of the referee patting him down. He's got something behind his back. He pulled my hair, ref.
28 inches of solid metal.
Same.
Man throws golf clubs at moving cars on I-75.
That narrows it down. That you eliminate
Yeah.
Alabama right there.
Yeah.
So 75. It goes from Tennessee through Georgia to Florida.
Why y'all think I like to bash Florida so
There's
much?
lots of golf courses in Florida. Right along I-75.
Oh,
as a
no,
matter
they
of
got
fact.
Top Golf now. Top Golf's Hey, I will say this in the words of Coach Brian Pankey at Kingston. You know somebody's a good golf player if they bring their own clubs to Top Golf.
The first time I went to Top Golf, I thought you were supposed to bring your own clubs.
Yeah.
So I carried my entire bag in. I feel like an idiot.
Man was arrested after throwing golf clubs out of his van at other cars while driving on I-75, troopers say. Jonathan Day was arrested after the Florida Highway Patrol got a call of a man throwing golf clubs out of a van when he was driving at other vehicles alongside him. The golf club throwing man got out of his car and came at the trooper with the golf club as well. Before putting it down and punching the trooper, he's facing charges
that'll
of
do it.
battery on a law enforcement officer resisting arrest with violence, throwing deadly missiles from vehicle, possession of marijuana, controlled substance, and drug paraphernalia.
You know, golf clubs aren't cheap.
So there must be some,
Yeah.
some old wooden ones or something.
Yeah.
He went to the Goodwill and bought them out.
One
$2
Happy
golf
Gilmore and
clubs.
them used to have.
Yeah.
Oh, Chucks.
All right, man takes
Off
out
his arm.
fence and Biden signs with a stolen bulldozer.
Well, I know who he needs contact for a new fence. D&M Fencing.
That's true.
I'm going to go with Florida.
D&M Fencing, will they do a contract job in Florida?
Yes, he will, actually. Yes, he will. And they're going to do it right the
Let's
first
hear where he's
time.
going to have to go, Luke.
This happened in Florida as well. A man was arrested for allegedly stealing a front-end loader and going on a joyride, taking out a fence, speed limit signs, and several Joe Biden campaign signs in the neighborhood. He told police he'd been drinking whiskey all day and didn't remember most of the day. Blight said he couldn't help but hit the Biden signs and acknowledged he took down the fence in the process, saying he didn't know how to operate the equipment. He's facing charge of grand theft over $20,000, criminal mischief of $1,000, trespassing on a construction site, and just private property damage. Trevor Shadden says, Spank, stay out of the chow line. You're starting to look like me.
I don't know what you're talking about, but look, this is peak male performance here.
If you heard his order from Chick-fil-A earlier, you'd understand.
You give him that order again, Spanky.
So I had a number 1 no pickle with a medium fry, and then 2 bottles of water, a milkshake, a 12 count, and then a spicy chicken sandwich. I got my points that I still have out in the truck, actually, because I don't like the spiciness of the spicy chicken. But if you let it cool down for a while, it's not as spicy.
Okay. You get all that, Trevor. Ella says, dang, people are crazy, especially that golf club story. The golf club story is wild. Last one, restaurant owner allegedly beat up a man over a bad Yelp review.
I'm going to go with Florida.
I see a pattern going here, so just go ahead and tell us all these Florida stories.
It's Florida again. Daniel Areens, the owner of Georgia Boys Barbecue, was arrested for simple battery and booked in jail. The victim had got multiple calls and texts from Arayans threatening to beat his bleep about a restaurant review. Police said the victim went to his mom's house in Largo to talk about the text. When his mother answered the door, Aarons jumped on top of him and struck him several times, and the victim covered his face with his arms. Arayans was arrested on charge of simple battery and was booked into the county jail.
He went to his house?
Yeah, over a Yelp review.
Well, he deserved to get his bleep.
Well, they're trying to figure out how he figured it out.
What's Yelp?
It's like a
Google
business,
review type
like,
deal.
Yeah, it's like a business type review
He was
thing.
just pissed.
Yelp's pretty fun.
Trevor says, "Good grief to your order, Spanky."
Look, not everybody can maintain this physique. Okay, it takes hard work, dedication.
And we're about to do a taste test on these barbecue and ranch.
I'm not eating that without me some nuggets.
Go get your spicy chicken sandwich on the truck.
No, I can't.
Don't you got some of them little Kia dinosaur nuggets in the?
I actually do, yeah. But we'd be here while letting them cook, because you gotta let them cook just right. With them nuggets, if you're gonna cook in the oven, because we ain't got an air fryer yet. If anybody wants to donate an air fryer to us, we'll take it. But with them nuggets, I'll have to get them in the oven in order to get the same thing as you could fry them in a skillet. You ever tried frying dinosaur nuggets in a skillet?
I ain't never cooked dinosaur nuggets.
Well, you need to try it. Just put them up in a skillet, put some oil, cooking oil on there, and I'm telling you, very good.
I swear he's like 5.
Do you have a test at 9 p.m.?
I don't know what that alarm is. We got.
It's been going off
So
for
that
a
was
while.
Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other presented by C&D Tire and Oak Ridge. We've got one more segment, and we're going to do some football pick'ems. Stick with us.
What alarm's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, it's your man here, the Spank. Like myself, D&M Fencing are the best in the business today. They can install wood, chain link, vinyl, picket, composed metal, barbed wire, heck, bring them bamboo sticks. And they can install them things for you too. D&M Fencing, do it right the first time. Their numbers are 865-435-4515 or 865-387-1026. Give my friend Ted a call today. That's D&M Fencing.
All right, welcome back. Next, we've got our football pick'ems. Usually, we got college games on there too. Spur, let them know one more time how to enter in these giveaways.
Well, go on Facebook. Go to the Vawls Deep Podcast official Facebook page. We'll be putting these games on there along with the college football bowl games are already on there. So get your picks in before kickoff of the first game on the Vawls Deep Podcast Facebook page only. Ignore where we've shared it on our personal pages. Go to the podcast page itself to get your picks in.
Hey, before we get into this, I just saw something pop up. Vanderbilt has a very hard schedule next year.
Oh, it's tough.
They got Virginia Tech, Alcorn, Georgia State, Missouri, Alabama, Kentucky, Ball State, Texas, Auburn, South Carolina, LSU, and Tennessee. That's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
Which their schedule's always rough for them every year.
It is.
So.
By the way, Spur has won the duel.
Yay.
By
I think we knew that.
5. Just wanted to make it clear.
It's a runaway.
Had to
Runaway
make it
Sure you
official.
did.
Had to
Sure
make
you
it
did.
official.
I'm not used to people running away from me. I'm used to people running to me. Can't help it.
Oh yeah. All right, Spur. We're kind of changing things up. Hit us with the questions. I have no idea what the games are.
All right.
Neither
First
does-
game y'all get to pick through. I'll go last this time since I'm doing this, I guess. We got the Josh Dobbs list of Minnesota Vikings at the Cincinnati Bengals.
They announced him not being the starter.
Yeah, the Dobless.
I'm still
I
gonna
think the
go.
Broncos took care of that.
I'm gonna go. Oh hush. I'm still gonna go with the Vikings.
I'm gonna go Vikings in that one.
I'm going to take the Bengals. I'm going to take the Bengals at home.
Who day?
Leland says
dey?
my glorious king Spanky.
Thank you, Leland.
He also says Bengals.
All right. Give us the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Colts.
This is a big game right here for
It is.
playoff
Both
seeding.
teams.
Both teams are 7-6. There's a bunch of 7-6 teams out there, but I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts in this one.
That's tough, man. There's a lot of pressure on the Steelers right now too. Mike
Yep.
Tomlin. Quarterback plays bad. I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Colts.
I also took the Colts just because they're at home. They're coming off of a bad loss last week, though. All right.
Leland's taking the Steelers.
It's not a bad pick, really.
It's not.
I tried to pick the best games of the week and avoided the Monday and Thursday games. So we have the Chicago Bears being very hot right now against the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland.
You know, I think the Bears' offense gets it done. I'm going to go with the Bears.
The Bears.
This one's tough, man. 'Cause that
Yep.
Cleveland defense is so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. I think they find a way.
I also took the Browns.
Leland's also picked the Browns in the comment section.
I think the Browns are a sleeper team to go deep in the playoffs. They protect Joe Flacco well. Joe Flacco threw for over 300 yards last week.
He ain't done that in like 10 years.
I know, but he did last week, so I like him. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh, this one,
Packers didn't look so good Monday
this is
night.
the battle of the uglies right here. I'm going to go with
You
the
know,
Packers in this one.
the winner of this game is in the lead in the NFC South. This is a division for the top seed in the division.
Really?
Yeah.
But the Packers ain't in the NFC South, are they? No.
I'd have to look that up, but
No, I think they're in. Okay, it's okay.
regardless. Yeah, it's gone. Both teams have the same record.
Yeah.
You're right on that. It's a different game. Who'd you take?
I got the Packers.
I got the Packers too. I think Tampa's gonna struggle up there in the cold.
I always took the Packers. All right, up next, division matchup. It's a big rivalry. The Houston Texans at the Tennessee Oilers.
Oh, yeah, because they're going to be wearing. Yep, that's right. I'm going to go with I need the Texans to lose some games here to help out the Broncos in their playoff scenario. So I'm going to go with the Tennessee Oilers.
Give me the Titans, man. I think Will Levis gets it done, and C.J. Stroud's hurt.
Even though
Easy.
Pretty positive.
That just changed my vote. I appreciate that. Give me the Titans.
Even though I know this is going to hurt Spurs' feelings, but I think that the Tennessee Titans need to give up the rights of the Oilers and give it back to Houston so they can get rid of their name Texans and just be the Houston Oilers once again. So
That's a dual question for coming up.
Write it down.
New York Giants at New Orleans Saints.
Leland's going with the Packers, and he's going with the Titans. Brittany
Giants and
Fox
the
says she's
Saints.
going with the Titans as well.
Oh, and the Saints come marching in. But they're not going to be marching in. They're going to be marching the way out the door with a big L. I'm going to go with the Giants in this one.
Wow. Who you got, Luke?
We'll go with the Saints.
I went with the Saints. The Giants have nothing to play for. The Saints are still fighting for a playoff spot. Washington Commanders, L.A. Rams.
That's a tough one.
Yes, it is.
Give me the Rams.
Rams.
We all three take the Rams.
Please,
Steph?
please tell me you got one of the biggest games this week.
Leland's taking the Giants.
You better have the Saturday
The
night
Dallas
game.
Cowboys at Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, this could be a very good one.
Poor Bills, man. This last stretch is so hard.
It's hard for them, but look, Bills fans are used to this by now. They're used to a
Leland
lot
picks
worse.
the Rams. Brittany picks the Rams. Wesley picks the Rams.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Cowboys are going to win by a missed field goal by the Buffalo Bills.
Where's it at?
It's in Buffalo.
What's the weather supposed to be in Buffalo?
Probably cold.
Give me the Bills.
Oh,
Give me the Bills.
All right, I took the Cowboys. They've scored 40 points the last 5 weeks in a row. So
Brittany takes the Bills. Wesley takes the Bills. Leland takes the Cowboys.
until somebody slows down the Cowboys, I'm taking
how
them.
do you not have the Broncos and the Lions on there?
Who?
Oh, I do. We skipped it. We'll come back to it.
Oh, okay.
Never heard of
I'm glad
them.
you caught that. Ravens at
That's a big
Jaguars.
game. Ravens, Jaguars. A big game for the Ravens. They got to keep that win streak so they can stay ahead. In the AFC, I'm going to go with the Ravens in this one.
Where's it at?
It's at the Jaguars.
Daly's place.
Is Trevor Lawrence still hurt?
No, Trevor played this week.
I
Yeah,
know,
he
I
played
know he
this
played,
week.
but you can tell
He's still banged up, yeah.
Give me the Ravens.
We all three took the Ravens. All right, and for Spanky, the Denver Broncos at the Detroit Lions.
Saturday night, going to be a big one here. If the Broncos can win this one right here, and have the Kansas City Chiefs get either upset by the Chargers or the Raiders in this next stretch, the Broncos are not just going to get a wild card game. They're going to win the division. They are one game behind the Chiefs, a team that you people and Corbin counted out after getting beat by 70 to the Dolphins. Y'all counted us out. We're still in it, baby. We are still riding. Give me the Denver freaking Broncos.
Just so you know, we'll be watching the games, and Spanky will be over on his phone. I'm like, Spanky, did you just see that play? Like,
It's because I'm making bets, and you know it.
Wesley says Cowboys will show themselves. Leland picks Ravens. Brittany picks Ravens. Leland says Sunshine is hurt. Wesley Jags. Brittany Fox picked the Lions. Leland says Broncos country. Let's ride.
That's
Who
right.
do you have in that one, Luke?
Where's it at?
It's in Detroit.
In Detroit. The fighting Dan
Give me
Campbell's.
Tim Allen's Lions.
Oh, my God. And I like the Lions. I like Dan Campbell.
You ain't gonna like him this week.
I picked the Lions. Lions beat the Broncos this week.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. No.
Again, these games will be on Facebook. We're going to post them on the podcast Facebook page. Get your picks in. Hey, the first game is Saturday, so get all of the NFL games in and the bowl games in before Saturday morning in order to be eligible to win our prizes.
Yep, and Ella says, Dad, shout out my YouTube channel, please. So everybody look up the Jackson fam and her crazy smoky dog. She just made one a couple weeks ago, and yeah, she's starting to put some stuff up. We're going to start putting some more stuff up. So look up the Jackson fam if you don't care.
That's
for
awesome.
Ella, and subscribe. She's into YouTube big time. That should be it. Thank y'all for listening to us.
Man, we've gotten through this show.
We
It
got
ain't even
done.
9:45.
We don't have a game to talk about.
Oh, man.
makes it fast. But we'll publish this if you didn't get to see the full
We do live taste
full
test.
episode. It'll be
Yeah.
on. We ain't eating. God, we'll eat. I just said we'll eat. We'll post this on Spotify and
Nobody got to draw out of the hat this
Amazon.
week,
And
man.
nobody had a draw.
Man, this is sad.
Hey, watch us when we go to Orlando for the Citrus Bowl. I'm going to be dressed as a Jehovah's Witness and knocking on the stranger's
Oh yeah,
door.
let's go over that real quick before we end this. Let's let everybody know because we got a bunch of people commenting on here still. So, all right, these are punishments based off the losers of the football pick'ems that we're gonna have to do. Me, I've got to be a door greeter at McDonald's for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna record these as well. Spanky has to send a Christmas card to someone that he hates.
He's got to do that like now.
That or just do it like a month after Christmas.
That'd be funny, too.
But no,
I think I know some people here lately I could send one to.
Oh, I know who you're sending.
Oh, I know who's getting it.
I know who you're sending it to.
I do too. No balls.
Spur has to pretend to be a Jehovah's Witness at a stranger's house, and we're gonna try to do that in Florida.
Yes, we are. I'm going to jail.
I
Tennessee
have
man
to
gets arrested in
wax
Florida.
my chest into a power T. Unless somebody traded me that one. That's my trade.
No, that's yours.
I had to do it. Okay.
Spanky can't do it. He ain't got any chest hair.
No, you don't. You don't.
Nope.
Okay, and I have to record myself painting my toes and fingernails orange and post it on social media.
I think Ella could help out with that one.
Ella
For
would
her
love-
YouTube channel.
Ella,
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
Ella, there's your YouTube video. You know,
She'll be coming with orange paint. Probably Friday. And then we got Spur has to do an embarrassing social media post picked by us three, including Corbin that's not here. That's going to be funny too. Spur has to dye his hair orange temporary. We're have to do that before a game. We might have to do that in Florida too.
Yeah,
for the bowl game.
Florida's going to be fun.
My favorite, Spanky has to purchase a candle. Never mind, Ella's listening. Never mind. The Waffle House challenge is Corbin's. 24 hours at Waffle House for every waffle that he can eat. He knocks off an hour off the
Does
time.
he eat better sober or not sober?
You can't drink at Waffle House.
You tell Corbin he can't drink.
Yeah. You tell him, and he'll say, "Hold my beer."
I hope Corbin at least leaves a good tip.
And Spur's got to walk backwards in the store and check out with something.
And I got to park some cars at Walmart.
Yeah, you got to park. Yeah, you got to park. You got to be a parking lot attendant at Walmart. You got to park. Is it 5 or I think it's 10?
I don't know. Whatever. For a while.
10 cars. So that'll be, and you're gonna do it in your overalls too.
Yes,
so
in Florida.
That'll make them happy. All right, thank y'all for listening. We'll publish this on all podcast platforms. Thank you for sharing and liking. Tyler says Spur ends up being on the Florida, Alabama, Georgia segment.
Yeah,
It's quite possible.
Yep.
That's a very good statement.
That's the
Tyler.
goal. Life goals.
All right, thank y'all for listening. Love
Go
you,
Vols.
Love
Yep.
you, Ella. If you're